Hey everyone! I hope you are doing well today. This is Certified High Performance Coach Michelle Weimer. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. And as promised, I'm continuing our conversation on how to really organize your time for maximum efficiency, maximum effectiveness, so that you can be most productive in your day. So, over the last several weeks, we've been talking about different strategies and tips that I've shared and really diving deeper into them. And today, I want to take a little detour because what I've noticed is that, when I've gotten replies and messages from you guys, um, I keep hearing about like how busy you are. And I get it, right? We're all busy. I can tell you my schedule is crazy some days more than others, but I have a lot going on between work and family, taking care of my own self and my own health. And, I think that what has happened over the years is as a society, we've gotten busier and busier. And sometimes that busyness is like a badge of honor, right? If we are not busy all the time, if we allow ourselves the downtime, if we don't allow ourselves to get caught up in being busy all the time, sometimes there's guilt around that. Sometimes it's like I'm not doing enough or being enough if I'm not busy all the time. Sometimes it doesn't happen because of that. Sometimes it happens because you might not know how to say no, or you don't like saying no to people or to activities because maybe either you're a people pleaser and you don't want to say no to someone, or you really want to be involved in things, but maybe you have this bright shiny object syndrome where you're like, oh yes, I want to do that, and oh yeah, I want to do this, and you don't really take the time to gain clarity about what's most important to you, about what you really want to be doing, what you really need to be doing in order to reach your goals, and where your priorities are. So there's many reasons as to why, honestly, as to why we become so busy. But the truth of the matter is, if it doesn't change, then we're just busy being busy. And quite honestly, things like multitasking, I talked about multitasking last week. And by the way, if you missed that video, make sure that you go back and watch it and you take the challenge that I gave you, right? It was the challenge about multitasking or task switching, which is what it really is, and how it can make even the simplest tasks take even longer. So anyway, make sure you go back and watch that. But things like multitasking or being busy or not taking care of yourself, those are often symptoms of a much bigger issue. And it is just that issue that we're busy being busy. And I call that busyness sickness. And again, whether it's because you are maybe afraid of saying no to people, or you don't want to disappoint people, so you're a people pleaser, or maybe you're afraid that you're not enough if you're not always doing, or giving. Sometimes people who come from a mindset of that workaholic, I personally grew up with a dad who was a workaholic. He worked and worked and worked and worked, and there was a sense of self-worth to working hard. I mean, his generation was all about working hard, and your self-worth was tied to that. I'm not saying, that you just give up and you go willy-nilly and you get lazy, but what I'm saying is you got to get clear about where you're spending your time, what you're working on, and what the meaning behind it is for you, because if you're just busy being busy, you're wasting your life away. So, how do you know if you are suffering from this busyness sickness? How do you know if you are so caught up in being busy but not really being effective? This week, I mailed out to my community a really cool and fun little quiz on how to test yourself, to how to rate yourself to see if you have these symptoms that can show up in busyness sickness. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole list with you. I'm not going to have you check your results. That if you want to do it, and there's a scale that goes with the little quiz, the assessment. If you want to do it, you need to go to my website. Excuse me, sign up for my free gift that's there, of course, but then you'll be added to my list so that you get my emails. But you can go to my website and check my blog as well for this one today, and take the quiz yourself. But I just want you to think about this. Like, if you find that you're the kind of person that feels guilty or lazy if you take a break, check yourself, because that might be a symptom of this busyness sickness. If you are the kind of person that feels like you are always overbooked and overcommitted, check yourself, because that's a symptom of busyness sickness. And there are a few sneaky little symptoms that can show up as well. For example, if you're someone who doesn't even like to wait for the microwave to warm up, like you stand in front of it going, come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, I have things to do. Like, you are probably suffering from busyness sickness. If you are the kind of person who rushes through the grocery store and gets into the express lane and then stares at the person in front of you and counts their items in their cart because you're wanting to hurry through, that's busyness sickness. That's, finding that you're always rushing even when you don't have to rush. Like, how many times are you just in high gear all of the time? Those are symptoms of busyness sickness. And let me just tell you, you don't have a high quality of life when you're suffering from busyness sickness. You don't have the joy. It steals joy from you. And you know what? It doesn't necessarily mean that you are actually highly productive or effective in the things that you want to accomplish. So, how do you overcome it? Right? That's even more important than what causes it. Although sometimes knowing where you're coming from really, really is important, because then you know how to remedy those things. But how do you overcome this busyness sickness so that you can get your life back? The items or the concepts that I've been sharing with you over the last month are really a wonderful way to get yourself back on track, to get your life back and become more efficient in the process. So before I break down the last concept, which FYI, I'm going to share that with you next week, because it requires a full video of its own. It's very valuable. But what I want to challenge you to do this week is go back and read my article on how to organize your day for maximum efficiency, or watch the video that I shared on how to organize your day for maximum efficiency, so that you will know all of the concepts that I've been teaching this whole month. If you missed anything, go back and review that this week. They're not long, they won't take you long. Review them, and then I want you to really commit this time to these simple but very profound concepts that I've given you. Make certain that you have prioritized your tasks by breaking down your to-do lists, okay? Not just everything on one to-do list, because if you look at that list every single day, it's just going to overwhelm you. So break down your tasks, organize your to-do list, know what you can delegate, know what needs to just be dumped. Remember, if it's been on that list for a while, it's time to just dump it. Know what's been just keeping you busy but not really being effective or moving the needle forward. Oftentimes we have tasks that we do that they've become a habit, and we think, oh, well, this is the way I've always done it, so this is the way I'm going to keep doing it. Not necessarily the case. Look through that and eliminate those things that you don't need anymore. Dump them, delegate them, whatever you need to do. And then know what it is you really need to be doing. Know what it is that's a priority to you, so that you can move the needle forward on your dreams. Because if you don't, if you continue to be busy, to suffer from this busyness sickness, you're going to find you're never feeling fulfilled in life. You're never feeling like you have arrived or made it to where you want to go. And guess what? You're probably not going to get there anyway. So, in order to really live that happy, fulfilled, and successful life, it's time to heal yourself from busyness sickness. So, again, go back this week and spend a little bit of time either watching the videos that you'll find right here on my page or in my profile. Watch those videos, take note of the things that you have been doing, like call yourself guilty if you're a multitasker, and then fix that. Let's remedy that. Yeah, because it's time to quit wearing this badge of honor that we've decided that being busy all the time gives value to us or our self-worth. That's not the case, guys. You can work much more effectively and efficiently in a much smarter way by following the guidelines that I've been giving you this month. So again, if you missed any of those videos, go back and watch them now, because next week I'm sharing the last one with you and I'm going to be breaking it down. So also make sure that you make a note. Make sure that you are following me, that you're getting the notifications when I'm doing videos, because I want you to join me here. And by the way, speaking of making sure you're getting the info, don't forget that this month, if you're someone who's especially struggling with how to perform at a higher level in your life, take advantage of my free strategy session offer. My birthday's coming up, and you know, if you've been following me, that I am giving away 50 free strategy sessions in honor of celebrating my 50th birthday, because I want you to be able to create a life that you can celebrate. So go and get signed up. I'll make sure the link is here, but it's michelleweimer.com/free session. And guess what? When you sign up for that free session, you're also going to be a part of my community. And so you will know when I send out emails to my community, when I share things like the quiz that I want to highly encourage you to go and take to see if you are suffering from busyness sickness yourself. So until next week, thank you so much for joining me. And hey, yeah, the badge of honor, take it off. There's much more valuable ways to love and value what you are creating than being busy all the time. Busyness sickness, it's not for you. It's time to heal that and really create that life of happiness and fulfillment that you want. So until next week, thank you again for joining me. This is Certified High Performance Coach Michelle Weimer. Bye for now.